Now then, welcome back to week 4 of the Route 1 Football Podcast. My name's Olly.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're back again for another week, carrying on whinging about Premier League football and anything vaguely related. Got a fair bit to talk about again today. Another controversial week in the week of the days of the Premier League. What have you been up to this weekend before we start? Anything good? Have you both been boring again?
Working flat out.
Saving up that money.
Working, mate. I work weekends.
Yeah.
I mean, our footy was on the Saturday, was good. Last gasp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the rugby?
I didn't get a chance to. Our game coincided with it, so.
Fair.
No, I don't care about it.
Alright, fair enough. It's my quiz today, so I feel like we should get on with it. I know Jake's got things to do. He's
Straight in, no bother.
got better things to do than
I do.
record
I really
this
do.
podcast, so we'll get on. And the first round of my quiz is going to be Where Am I Now Again? I know Ryan doesn't like this one, he's going to have a whinge about it.
Yeah, but that's
Still
just
gonna
standard.
win,
isn't it?
It's just a warm-up. It's
It's just standard Ryan and whinging. It's like,
Yeah.
Can, before we start, just remind me
No.
of the leaderboard?
no.
I need to put an update out on the Twitter, actually, for the leaderboard, but we'll get to that. Anyway, first round, Where Am I Now? So, first player, Ramirez.
Oh, Christ.
Chelsea
do we need-
midfielder.
Do we need, what, the club and the country?
Yeah, I'll get you 1 point for the club, for the country, and 2 points to get the club.
I feel like... Is he in China?
I need an answer.
He was in China, I think.
Chinese Super League?
I'll go for Brazil, back at his home nation with Atletico Mineiro.
Do you wanna
I
guess the team, Jake?
couldn't name you a Chinese Super League team, I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, I can tell you, Ryan's got 1 point. He's back in Brazil with Palmeiras.
Oh,
There we
He
go.
was in China before that, so that's 1 point to Ryan.
it was between the two.
Next one, another Chelsea player, sticking with the Chelsea theme, Andre Schürrle.
Oh, I literally heard this like a week ago.
Same, and I can't.
Oh, no way.
Because he was last at Fulham, wasn't he? On loan.
Oh my god, I actually heard this like a week ago.
I need an answer.
I'll go for Turkey. I don't know if I've had his Turkey, but Turkey and Trabzonspor.
Jake.
Turkey and Besiktas.
Oh, you both go in Turkey. Can reveal he is in Russia with Spartak Moscow. He's on loan from Borussia Dortmund at Spartak Moscow.
Fuck.
Yeah, that threw me, that one. I didn't think he was there. I thought he was still.
I
don't know where I thought
Definitely
he was.
seen
I
that.
don't
like
know
a
where
week
I
ago.
thought he was,
Fulham,
to
to
be
be
honest.
honest.
Yeah, so no points there.
He didn't sign for Fulham, did he? He was only on loan.
Yeah,
He was
he's on
on
loan.
loan, but I thought it might have been made permanent.
I think because they didn't stay up, it wasn't made permanent. Next one, Bafétimbi Gomes.
Oh, Christ.
I feel like I knew this. I don't know why, but I feel like I
I
did.
fucking hate this type of quiz. It just makes it. It's one of them, innit, where like you feel like you should know it,
Yeah.
and you feel so stupid when you get the fucking answer revealed to you.
Can't believe we can't still playing.
I'm gonna say Belgium, and I'm gonna say Anderlecht. Why not?
Him and company at the back.
Wait, at the back. He's a
Company's-
striker, isn't he?
Oh, sorry, yeah, my bad.
No, what, Joe?
I was looking at the next one, so you'll know what I mean when I say the next one.
Oh, okay.
I'd say Maritimo in Portugal.
No, he's at Al Hilal in Qatar.
Oh well.
Can't be arsed, like.
Innit?
Last one, Thomas Vermaelen.
Belgium, Anderlecht.
Jake.
Belgium, Club Bruges.
No, he's at Vissel Kobe in Japan.
Can't be
He
arsed.
gave me face as well. Whatever I said.
I can't be arsed.
Right, this one is a bit more doable.
So
this
I'm
round.
1-0 up.
Yeah, Ryan's got 1-0. Bit more. It's higher or lower. Higher or lower this round. So I'm going to name you a stat and 2 players, and you've got to tell me who has got more of that stat.
So does this go between us both?
I know there's one for each of you.
Okay.
So, Jake, first one for you is Lewis Dunk or Johnny Evans, who has made more passes?
Is this just in their career or in the
No,
Premier
in the Premier League this season, sorry.
In this Premier League this season? Got to say Johnny Evans.
It's Lewis Dunk. Lewis Dunk's made 725 and Johnny Evans has made 683. You wouldn't think that, would you?
For more, you know.
These are the
Ryan.
kind of statistics that, like, it's one of them. You're just never going to need to.
Well,
know
I'll
that.
apologise in advance for this week's quiz. Don't worry, it's my quiz next week. It'll be back.
Right.
You only have to deal with this once every 3 weeks. guys.
Same passes again. Fabinho or Kovacic?
Does Kovacic play that much? I think I'll go for Kovacic simply because I think Fabinho's too obvious.
You're right, Kovacic. 624 Kovacic,
Course it is.
621 Fabinho.
Of course it is.
Another one for you. Shots.
Can we boycott this and again, like when it's Ollie's turn again? Can we boycott this?
Shots.
Sadio Mane or Mason Mount? Jake.
Mason Mount.
Yeah, 29.
Mason, if you
Sadio
watch him
Mane,
play, he
27.
takes so many shots every game he plays.
So now you're starting to think about it.
So it's good. It's not.
Do you know what? I'm just saying it's just not the obvious one. He's just, but then it is going to be the obvious one. The one time you, I hate you so much.
That's part of the fun. Right, Ryan. Shots again. Ashley Barnes or Harry Kane?
Ashley Barnes.
Yeah. Ashley Barnes 30, Harry Kane 28.
Whoa.
Nah, this one's a bit more difficult. Big chances missed. Aguero or Salah?
Wait, are you asking?
Ryan, sorry.
It's back to me.
No, Jake, sorry. I looked at Ryan and said Jake. Jake.
I'm feeling put off now.
Aguero or Salah?
And what was the stat?
Big chances missed.
I'm going to say Aguero.
Yeah, Aguero 6, Salah 5. Good answer.
Cheers, Al. I mean,
Ryan. Tammy Abraham or Roberto Firmino? Big chances
Firmino
missed.
hasn't missed that much, I don't think.
TikTok.
I'll go for Bobby.
Firmino 6, Tammy Abraham 8.
Oh, shouldn't trust me.
You're
Well,
fucking
It's
shit,
3-2.
you, Ryan.
3-2 to Ryan going
Oh.
into the final round.
Oh, final
That
round.
was the final round.
Can't wait for this one.
Right. So it is the top scorers in the Premier League this season for the bottom 10 clubs in the Premier League so far. So I'm going to go team by team, and you've got to tell me who is the top scorer for them. But
So do I get asked and he gets asked?
no, I'm going to ask you at the same time. Whoever answers first
Okay.
wins.
Do we
You
buzz
can
in or
only, you can
just-
only give me one answer. If you get it wrong, we move on to the next one.
Okay.
Do we buzz in or just to say it off the
No,
cuff?
just say it. Whoever says it first.
Okay.
I'll judge. Right, we're ready. So, team currently 10th in the Premier League. Manchester United.
Rashford.
Correct. Good start.
Boom.
Got to wake up, Ryan. Right.
That's why I bought the
Ready?
coffee.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Kane.
Is it Kane?
Yeah.
What?
Ryan, you're
Right.
sleeping.
Like, come on, mate.
I'm thinking too much about
Ready?
it.
Wolves.
Hey,
Yes.
Patricio.
Patricio, yeah.
Can I take a point off for stupid answer? Who did you say, Jake?
I said Jimenez.
That's what I meant to say.
Similar sort of player.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
Right. Ready? West Ham.
Haaland. Wait,
Haller.
Haaland, I thought
Ryan got it right.
Haaland and Haller.
Bit of stumbling from Jake. Next one. Burnley.
Barnes.
I'll give you Barnes. I was about to say it, but I didn't want to give it away. There's two. There's
Barnes and Wood.
Barnes and Wood, yeah.
Well,
2 points.
No.
I was about to say Woods before you said it.
Well, I didn't.
But if this...
He got it
I
first.
forgot,
He got
yeah.
it first. I said it. If you got Wood or if you got Barnes, I'd given you the point. If you said him first.
Oh, I thought you'd let me
It's
split
too
it.
slow. No.
Shocking.
Next question. Newcastle.
All joint, isn't it?
Just have a go and you'll find out.
What the hell's his name? Joe Linton.
Nope.
Give me time. They were all joint, I'm near sure. And then who scored last week? Shelby scored one, but someone else scored. Or this week, was it, sorry? It was all defenders. Fernandez or... Who's the other centre back?
I'm going to need an answer.
Come on, this is...
Fernandez.
Nope. It's Shelby.
Oh!
Everyone was on one apart from Shelby. Scored this.
Wow.
Scored a free
Fucking
kick.
knew it was...
Scored a free kick at the weekend.
I
took
thought
him up to
that Joe Linton... Was that Joe
No, he's
Linton's
only
first
scored
goal?
once, yeah.
He's only scored once, yeah.
Was that his first goal? Wow.
Fuming about that.
Next one, Aston Villa.
Grealish.
Can't
Cunt.
know you're out, Jake.
Wesley.
Cunt.
Yep.
Cunt.
Getting tight there. 6-5 to Ryan at the moment. Next question, Everton.
Calvert-Lewin.
Yep.
Is it Calvert-Lewin?
Calvert-Lewin.
How many has he scored?
I didn't write that
Not
down.
many. No.
I promise you he scored the most. They haven't. I think he scored 3.
How many
Three or
Sigurdsson
four.
scored?
2, maybe.
Yeah.
Can't imagine he got much.
He's been dropped recently, hasn't he, Sigurdsson? Southampton.
Danny Ings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quick. Norwich.
Pookie.
Good.
Couldn't say it quick enough.
2 more. You've got to get these both right, Jake, to get back into this. Also, no, there's only 1 more left.
Oh, yes!
Ryan wins, but
Can we not do it
consolation.
double points?
Watford.
Gray.
LFAO.
You both right. Both get a point. I'll tell you because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top scorers at Watford who have all got 1 goal. Cleverly, Delafeu, Decore, Gray, Hughes, and Pereira have all got 1.
What a shambolic football club.
So that's the end of the quiz this week. Ryan, you have won 9 points to 7.
Very
In the
good.
end, it was all right. You slag it off, but
I still think
You
we
saved
should.
it before
I
last
was
round,
going to
I
say,
enjoyed
I
that.
just think we should still boycott the first 2 rounds.
I
Absolutely
enjoyed the
horrendous.
last round.
Yeah.
thanks.
It was something new.
Right, we'll get on and we'll talk about some football. Then. What have we got? What have we got to
Stop
talk
touching the
about
pan,
first?
you.
Jake?
Well, I mean, I was about to say it, but Ryan just covered it all up.
Oh.
Well done, mate.
Well, I think the big talking point is going to have to be Liverpool, innit?
Well, it's title race, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a big weekend.
Top of
title
the
race.
league. We've got to start with that, haven't we?
Is
What do
it
you
weird that
I'll let you two lead it since you're the...
The weirdest thing is, I think, what is it? The last couple of games we've played, we've went 1 goal down, and I've not felt worried for like a second. You know, it was exactly the same at Tottenham, and then there was another game as well. I can't think of the.
Leicester.
Was it Leicester? We went 1-0 down.
No, it was 1-1.
1-1. Sorry.
In the last minute.
I've not felt worried. Like it doesn't seem like we're ever going to lose.
No, you've just got that sort of...
It literally, do you know what it
the
reminds
look
me
you
of?
need.
It's that it reminds me of what Fergie's United was like.
Yeah.
It's just that like you're kind of so confident that they're going to get something.
It's happened a few times. Well, I mean, earlier on the season, we went 1-0 to Newcastle early on. And yeah, you think you're like... plenty of
It
time.
genuinely, like, it used to proper, like, you know, like, you used to get really worried maybe like a couple of years ago. It's like we go a goal down, it's like, oh, it's typical Liverpool again. I look at it now and I'm like, wow, like I don't care. Like we'll score. We've got such quality. It's like, I mean, Game Changer came on again. Divock Origi.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a
I
fucking
think
guy.
the fact you're like 1-0 down in what was it, 87 minutes, the fact you're able to win that game, that is title winners mentality.
It really.
Origi's
Is.
Whenever
a
you're
really
not playing
good,
well.
a really good impact sub.
He really is.
Not great when he starts, but he's really good off the bench. Isn't
Do you know who looked really good as well again at the weekend? With him coming back again, Chamberlain
Yeah.
came on, had a little
I
cameo,
do
which was
like
really
Chamberlain.
good. He's that one player we've got in the midfield that is able to run forward and like
Beat
drive
him,
at the
man.
defence. Like it's so dangerous, different to what we've got.
Good
But
strike on him as well.
I mean, results aside, obviously VAR was starring again.
Yep. We've got.
Did we see the
plenty of VAR to talk about?
did we see the offside decision?
Yeah, as funny as it is ridiculous at the same time. Like, obviously,
Like-
I'm a United fan. I'm gonna piss myself
I
at
think
it, but
it literally. Did you see the video? Chris Kamara
Yeah,
going at it with the piece
yeah.
of paper. It's ridiculous. Like how is? I feel like what's the word they keep using? Clear and obvious.
yeah,
How is that clear and obvious?
it's just
In
a bit-
what world is that clear and obvious?
That one is a bit weird because, like,
He's
Chris
changed
Kamara
the
said,
lines.
He's changed the line and it's bent. Like, how can you? How have they?
It
Like,
baffles me.
in
You
front
know,
of
I mean, imagine we'd have lost that game though.
Yeah.
that'd
Imagine
have
like it
oh,
would have been
been Liverpool.
Bedlam.
It would have been. Crazy.
Oh, it would have been
Jesus.
amazing. Pure whinge.
I think this is the first time, though, I could potentially see VAR just abolished.
Everyone's
season.
coming out and slating after this weekend,
Yeah.
aren't they? Like
Well, I think it should be
everyone.
abolished now, to be honest.
But yeah, there was never talk. It's always talk of like ways to improve and all.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time people might look as maybe
Yeah.
we just get rid of it altogether
Yeah.
It's
for
like
next season.
Carragher was. I think Carragher's been
Yeah.
one of like the biggest kind of advocates for it. He can't. He said like he's done with it now.
You obviously can't change it halfway through the season, though. We're going to have to see it through
Yeah.
for this season.
Well, it's every week, though, isn't it? And it's
It-
almost
there
like
hasn't been, well, you think since we've started this podcast, even before this, how many like weeks has it been where the results have been marred by VAR? It's ridiculous.
it's like more results getting marred by VAR than we're getting marred last year by bad decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
It's defeating the point of it. Isn't
I'll
it?
be amazed if us three do a podcast at all, which we don't talk about a VAR incident.
But it's getting tiresome. Like I'm sick of talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sick of talking about it, but we need to.
But
we have to address
it's
it. But
so
it is
stupid.
Sigmund coming in. We want to
We
we
want to talk
love
about the
football.
good. Yeah.
We want to talk about good stuff. If you want to talk about a last minute winner,
Yeah, which is what we want. Like which it happened. But
yeah,
the fact that Mane scores like an unbelievable last minute winner gets marred by absolute bullshit.
Did Mane dive?
I'm gonna say I don't think he dived. I don't think it was a penalty, but there was contact there.
Right.
yeah, I'm same as Jay. Pro was contact. I don't really think you can call it a dive, but
It's one of them weird ones where there's been a few of them this season where, because there's contact, VAR's tending to give it. Or see, that's what I mean. It's so inconsistent. Sometimes it gives it because there's contact, but then sometimes it doesn't because
it's insignificant
it's
contact.
theatrical.
Yeah.
And like man has gone down a bit theatrical.
I don't think it should have been a penalty. It shouldn't have been overturned.
Yeah. I think there needs to be a clear-cut rule for them sort of ones where there's contact, but it's not contact that's caused them to fall over, if you know what I mean.
Strikers would say it is a penalty.
Yeah.
Defenders say it would.
Yeah, so
It's one of them where it's like I look at tackles like that most of the time where a player's dangled a leg in and missed the ball. I look at that as poor defending because you're giving the striker the chance to go over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and defend him going over theatrically, but you know. The best thing about it, though, is the fact that it's rubbing Pep up the wrong way. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I like to see them comments.
How is that going to be? Like, he gets asked a one-off question about Liverpool after his game. It's like, yeah, well, you know, Mane's diving, but, you know, Liverpool, but he can't.
I feel like that's maybe just a bit of mind games before
Yeah,
next
this
week.
is interesting.
He's obsessed. He is obsessed.
Yeah, for two years you're saying something different. What do you actually think it is? I've seen a lot of this on Twitter. Do you think it's a case of Liverpool or in his head, or do you think it is mind games from
I think
Guardiola?
it's a
He's
little
trying to
bit of
affect
both.
Mane's performance.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I don't think he's come up against a side in the league that's challenged him this much. God, maybe since Mourinho.
Yeah.
And Mourinho really got in his head, and I think this Klopp team is starting to really get in his head, and you can see it. He is really getting affected by it. But at the same time, he's a smart fella.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like
It's probably a bit of both.
when I see managers speaking to the press, I just think they're not stupid. They're not stupid guys either. They're clever people and they know.
These are guys, especially at the top level, that have been like media trained
Yeah.
profusely. Like these
They're
guys
not just,
know what they're doing.
They're not just saying things in the heat of the moment. They're thinking about what they say.
You know,
they know the effect of what the
This
words.
isn't like 20 years ago when you got Kevin Keegan going out going, I'd love it if we beat that. You're getting really passionate. These are guys that like they know their shit.
Yeah, and I feel like now he said something, and it's a week before the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It seems a bit of a coincidence.
I think it was a case of mind games, but at the same time, just imagine you talk about getting media training and all. Yeah, it happens to everyone and all, but you can't take away from passion and just off football. And what I'm thinking is, say Guardiola heard at when City scored for winner, they heard Liverpool were losing 1-0. What, for 5 minutes left in the City game? He's probably thinking, boom, 3 points, we've played from next week. He just comes in after a match and he might just got told on the spot, Liverpool have won 2-1, and a reporter might have brought up the Mane incident to him.
Yeah.
So it might have got them. But then again, like I said, Guardiola, he's the best out for.
Yeah.
So it might be mind games, might not be.
In terms of City, though, I mean, if we're going to kind of look to, obviously, title race comes to a head next week. So, are we seeing that game going?
I think we talk about it later in the predictions.
Yeah, we'll win the predictions. We'll do a proper
analysis.
preview of it.
Yeah.
But they've managed to win as well, City, after going behind.
Both these sides are so strong, though, the character being shown, it's mad.
I'm pretty sure I said last week, don't know if it was in the podcast or just to the two of you before it, but I remember saying about Southampton getting beaten 9-0. This is a perfect chance for from Iraq, and we so nearly got something.
And that's a great turnaround, to be fair, from losing 8-0 the other week.
9-0?
9-0, sorry, 9-0 the other week.
There's some mistake in that, though.
Yeah, don't see that often.
Really don't.
So I think he's been better, having his best season before that mistake. He's been made some properly good saves.
I remember it now,
But that was a bit of a howler, though.
Yeah, it was.
It's one of them, though. I think any team playing against City is going to be on the back foot, and it's like when you're giving them that much of the ball and they're creating that many chances, they're going to score eventually.
Yeah.
But
still got to show good character from coming back from 1-0 down.
Oh yeah, of course.
Didn't lose their heads, and Aguero, he's just so good.
Kyle Walker had a great game.
Yeah, Kyle.
I've really, in the past I've been so critical of Kyle Walker. He had a very good game.
Good finish for the goal.
Great finish for the goal, but the cross for Aguero, proper ping.
I think he scored winner, didn't he?
Yeah.
I can't say I saw too much of that game, but I'm guessing it was Southampton trying to hold on to the...
Oh, a lot of it, yeah.
hold on to the
Like I think they got a goal fairly early on. Then after that, it was just City battering down the door. Like, it wasn't really a case of if, it was when.
Yeah.
Like, but you know,
it just sets up nicely for next week, doesn't it?
Fair play to Southampton though. Like, that would have really give Hasenhüttl a boost, I think.
You mentioned before the podcast something you wanted to talk about the potential Sterling move to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I was going to say,
how reliable that source is, you don't know.
It's God knows about whether it's reliable, but it's like the only thing I think it brings up is, do you think now that, say for example City don't win the title this year, and Pep has a bit of a off season, could you see some of them City players maybe looking elsewhere?
I don't think after one season.
Yeah.
I'm only thinking for like Madrid and Barca coming, because I think Sane was going to go in the summer anyway.
Sane, I can see
but
more
for different reasons.
Because he's
I know it's
not
different
playing.
reasons, but
it's not like he's Sterling. He's playing and getting better every week under Pep.
Because I think I could definitely see Sterling like a Barca or a Madrid.
I just think
So
not
good.
yet. I feel like he'd leave when Pep leaves.
Yeah.
Possibly, but then how long would you see Pep staying there though?
A couple more years.
Until he wins the Champions League.
Yeah.
Which will hopefully be fucking ages.
But that's not a great deal. The deal was quoted 70 million plus Gareth Bale.
I'm not being funny. That would make no sense
Nah,
to either. Like, I feel like Gareth Bale at this point. Why would you pay any money for him?
Bale's in his 30s now.
Yeah, and he's not really
He's a crock-pot as well.
Replacement, is he? And
When was the last time he had a full season where he was fit?
yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, a fully fit Gareth Bale, and you're kind of talking 100 million plus player there, but
He's very rarely fully fit.
yeah, like when was the last time? Yeah, a couple of years ago at least.
And he's to Real Madrid, he's disposable, and they don't even want him. So it's not like
Any player's disposable to them fans, though.
Yeah, true.
Like, honest to God, this is the same club that booed the likes of Ronaldo and Raul and all sorts. Like, they do not love players. They're a horrible fan base.
Anyway, more Premier League. Everton game's probably the next one we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
The horrible injury to Andre Gomez sort of
Nice to see.
overshadowed that.
Mm.
Do we think it was a red card?
I've not seen the tackle properly. I've kind of seen it from afar.
Oh, well, I don't think it was definitely not a red card, but for reason it was given was... Well, what I mean was for challenge is not a red card offence in itself, but the official report for why he got red card was endangering an opponent.
Which, I suppose that's right, but then...
Yeah.
Do you remember the Luke Shaw one for United a couple of years ago when he'd done his leg in?
In the Europa League?
Yeah. Where I think,
Yeah.
and he obviously, sometimes it is just the way you fall. Like,
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's a contact sport, and it's like...
I think he did only get sent off because of what happened. Like, they brought up in Sky Sports after a match, Carger made the point. Do you remember Chowdhury's tackle on Salah when he swiped him? He didn't get sent off because there was no serious injury to Salah.
And the Son tackle was less aggressive. It was just a cynical foul and just clipped his ankles, like the sort of foul that happens.
It was more a case of it was the way he fell, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he fell into
He got his studs caught.
Yeah, and fell into
I don't think Son should have went for it then.
No.
To be honest, like,
Marty Axon had a yellow card out until he saw the injury and then turned it to a red.
Like,
I didn't realise that was a thing because
I don't think it should be.
Yeah,
No.
he gave him a yellow.
Because there's so many there's so many factors that come into play with that. It's like you could trip someone and the way they fall is just.
I didn't think that was.
You can shoulder barge someone and they could fall really awkwardly and dislocate a shoulder. Salah Salah in the final a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That wasn't a red card.
Does that make it a red card for Sergio Ramos because
no, not at all. I mean,
Salah dislocated his shoulder. Obviously, you're fuming, but
don't get me wrong. I was pissed off at the time and I thought,
but
Ramos was an absolute scumbag, but. What he did wasn't a foul, and it's like, well, it was a foul, but it wasn't worthy of that.
I've got to feel sorry for him because he was devastated.
Yeah,
it's not like he's gone in 2-footed, and cause he got fouled or thought it was a foul by Iwobi on him earlier or something like that, and he's sort of come back, and it was some Everton fans, a minority, are saying that he's done it out of spite and tried to injure him.
If you've seen the reaction of him, there's no way he did that.
It's just a little clip. It's not like he's dived in Roy Keane and
no. Yeah, he looked mortified. He looked absolutely mortified. But I mean, kind of a bit of a shout out to that Cenk Tosun.
Yeah,
he went and consoled both of them, and then
bagged the last minute winner,
equalised, wasn't
it? Equalised, sorry.
But fair play to him.
It was a bit of a dull game by all accounts, wasn't it?
I mean, first half was terrible.
What were we thinking it'd be? We thought it would be a lot of goals.
We thought 2-2.
Yeah.
I think we literally said last week it's a game which has a lot of goals in it.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, though, you look at both the sides. Like, I think it's not even because they're both scoring a load of goals at the minute. They're just so open.
Yeah. Well, they're not great offensively though.
Yeah.
Either of them. They ain't got goals in them. Without Kane, because Kane was injured.
Hey, do you know what though? Dele Alli bagged himself an important goal.
Yeah, we were slagging him off last week, weren't we? But that could boost his confidence.
I hope it does, to be honest. I like Ali.
It was a good finish.
He's a fucking great player.
Yeah, he's just I don't off season. Had an off few years really. Anyway, he's not really made much progress. But if that can help him bounce back, yeah, it doesn't really help either club that because Everton's still 17th, Tottenham are 11th. Not where you would have predicted them at the start of the season.
Really, really
Yeah,
far off the
we're
pace.
more than a quarter of the way through the season now.
Yeah, it's getting to
Worrying times.
It's getting to the point where you can't just put it down to being start of the season form. This is
is poor.
the thick of it. I'm talking about teams where you didn't expect them to be
Leicester
City.
Telling you, my second team. I love them,
They are
honest to
such
God.
a good team to watch, in fairness.
What did we think of
Did you
Jamie
see the
Vardy's
second
celebration?
goal? Sorry, was that the second goal?
Yeah,
Or-
Vardy's second one, yeah.
The
Movement.
football for that goal, oh my word. Little step over from Demarai Gray to, it's gorgeous, but to be fair, Jamie Vardy's just a shithouse, isn't he?
I just think that's funny.
Isn't it? It's fucking great.
Because it's him, it's just funny. I kind of like
Like going doing a prancing bird celebration in front of the Eagles.
Yeah.
I
That's
seen another
fucking
tweet
great.
about Vardy for as well. I was like, think of the legacy he'll leave behind in the Premier League.
Massively
it's
big
such a big
legacy.
legacy, but it's amazing to think he came into the league 27 as a winger.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And look at where he's going to leave.
He's almost
Right,
like, in a way, I mean, you could almost compare him to the likes of like Ian Wright, in a sense of like how big he was for Arsenal and like the career path he had. He's come from the lower league and stuff.
And top scorer for Leicester, top scorer in the league this season even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
such a good footballer. Vardy.
And that's a good win that away at Crystal Palace because we've been saying how good they've been this season. They were 6th in the league before that game.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy place to go, Selhurst Park.
Turkish.
Lively atmosphere.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that was it. Is it Soyuncu?
Soyuncu, yeah.
Soyuncu.
He looks a
got
great
his first
player.
goal.
Yeah. He looks like a very good player for them. And that's so good.
Does he not remind you of Lord Farquaad?
Yeah.
He
has
really
got-
does. He's
a
got
bit of
that
a
look
funny
about him.
face, but for them to not
Crack
spend
a
big
player,
after
though.
getting 80 million for Harry Maguire and just bring
He's
that
so
lad
confident,
through,
yeah.
They've just sort of managed that very well.
Mm.
Because he signed last season, didn't he? But he didn't come straight into the first
Yeah.
team.
Was
Yeah,
he on
very
loan or was
sporadic
he?
last
No, I think he was there. He just didn't
Yeah.
play.
Oh,
He just was phased in very slowly, and obviously it's worked.
I had never even heard of him last year.
neither did I.
Whenever Maguire was sold, I was like, right, we're going to get one. Then I seen if they didn't get Tarkowski in the end, so I was like, oof, for a centre back short, but this Soyuncu was.
And Evans has been class
Unreal.
next. They're just all over the park. They've been class, haven't they?
Telling you. But I honestly think best midfield outside of us and City.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'd put
Crazy.
them up. I'd put Leicester's midfield up there with Liverpool.
Right, how long?
Honestly,
If they finish top 4 this season, how long before you just consider them one of the big 6?
I know we were talking about predictions at the start of the season on about will they do it, will they get into top 6. I would put a bet on now if they'll make top 4.
Make top 4.
Top 4.
I'd
without a
100% say
doubt.
top 6.
I'd be hard pushed to put my top 4 for now.
I don't
just
see
'cause
the side slipping up. Like
I'd look at it though. I think they're competing against teams that, although they might be better at the time right now, you still got December to go through,
Yeah.
and December is the kind of like make or
couple
break
of
for every-
injuries, couple of
they've
suspensions.
done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but different. There's some of the players still there, but
They've got 40. That's all we need.
Say Vardy and Maddison get injured.
yeah,
Like, is that
I feel like if Vardy gets injured, I'm wondering where they're getting goals from.
who is their backup
Aye,
striker?
Nacho.
Is he a real
Cut for mustard.
clinical goal?
Do you remember when he was at City? Everyone tipped him to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
He was scoring.
Yeah, because he
appearance
just
in the cup.
he come on, and because City was so good at that point anyway, he'd come on when teams like 4-0 down, he'd score the 5th.
It just makes you think though, would a player like an Ashley Barnes, if Ashley Barnes was playing up front for City, he'd bag a lot of goals, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't rate him as like a... It's hard to say, isn't it? Like, would you rate him as a great player if he was at City bagging goals?
I look at the likes of us and City. Well, I'd say less us, because I think the front three don't get as much kind of creativity behind them. I think it's more kind of feeding off crosses.
Yeah.
I think you put any team, like forwards in that City team, and having De Bruyne, Silva,
Yeah, Danny
Bernardo
Bashoff could finish
Silva.
with delivery from
Oh,
the
exactly.
Shout out Danny Bashoff once again.
What was that?
Like, whenever De Bruyne is
You could
crossing
literally
over
have
the box,
like
anyone can feed off him.
you could have Big Dave from the Sunday League, and like, if he's off the cross, like the passes that they put through, it's like.
Well, if they have a good test for Saturday, I'm really looking forward to this game. Might be Sunday, not too sure.
Sunday, yeah.
but
Sunday 4:30.
Leicester match?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the.
No, that's
Liverpool.
what I mean. We have the Liverpool game, but not only at Leicester versus Arsenal. I'm
Oh.
really looking forward to
If
it.
they beat Arsenal, whew, they are well in the
I'm-
running then. Well, they're only... Are they 3 points behind Chelsea or a point
They're
behind?
same now.
Same
after
points.
the win, same points, goal difference. I think they're ahead of Chelsea. Are they not now on goal difference? Maybe not. If they won
Yeah,
9-0,
if they're third, yeah, they must be, yeah.
will we take a wee check? But yeah, I'm going to switch my prediction. I'm near sure I said they'd finish sixth.
Oh, you
but
can't change it now.
Yeah, fair
then
enough.
Fuck
But
off.
big up Leicester. I really enjoy watching them.
Yeah, third. Third on goal difference. They've got a much better goal difference than Chelsea, which is pretty crazy considering how many goals Chelsea
But sure, for 9-0.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel, to be honest, I feel like after all this kind of positivity, I kind of want to hear a rant
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Olly.
Yeah.
The elephant in the room.
again, losing again.
Yeah. It's just...
Did you really expect? Like, I mean, you went so strong in the League Cup on the weekend.
Yeah.
midweek.
Bournemouth are ahead of his now.
It's just so frustrating. Like, you think you're making a bit of progress. It's like you take 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back. Like, we got three away wins, and you think, oh, we've actually managed to start playing football away from home. And then you just go to Bournemouth and not even put up a fight, really. Few sort of speculative efforts, not really created much. We're back to square one almost.
Yeah,
But
but
it's just rubbish defending as well for the goal.
what would you take this season? What would you say would be success this season?
A cup win.
Yeah.
But in terms of the league,
Would you be happy winning
Honestly-
maybe a cup, either having a cup run and maybe winning a cup and finishing outside the top 4?
I think minimum expectation should be 6th.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I honestly say I don't see you getting in top 4 at all. I don't see it.
Yeah, well, I look at the teams ahead here. It's like, obviously, you get nowhere near the top 2. Leicester, obviously.
10 points behind Chelsea now. Are you really going to...
Chelsea,
Top
Chelsea don't look like they're going to fuck up. And I think Arsenal have got too much
Something
firepower.
would have to click very soon. Like, that's what I thought. Them 3 wins, I thought, right, something's starting to click now. We're going to start winning the games. We're maybe not as good as Chelsea or Leicester, but we're just going to start beating the teams that we should be beating. But it's just not happened.
To be honest, though, I think, considering you just haven't got Pogba, and I think he's out till December, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's been pushed back again until
I
6th
think-
of December, I think.
I honestly think, though, having him coming back, being fully fit, you just might be able to push.
Do you know what worries me? That I think it's weird how it keeps getting delayed, and it worries me that it's going to get to January and he's going to leave. He's going to get fit and then leave.
You'd love to see it.
Oh, that would hook that to my veins.
But
The feud.
if you don't want to be there, I don't want to keep him. Like, it's just a way. Like Solskjaer said with Lukaku, if you don't want to be there, get rid of him.
Yeah. No, I
There's
fully
no point
agree
keeping
with
a
that.
player.
I
I'd
fully
rather
agree with
cash in on him and bring in a bet or someone who's another world-class midfielder to replace him, or 2 world-class midfielders.
that. Who scored for Bournemouth?
Josh King, yeah. It was a
Good
tidy
finish.
finish, yeah.
But it's just such bad defending. He's brought the ball down and done sort of 2 keepy uppies in the box and finished it. But I don't know. If Solskjaer don't turn it around in the next few weeks, I would be Olly out. I know
Really?
I've stuck by him for a while now and I want to give him time, but how much time can you give?
I'll just type in United's fixtures here and say like next 5 games.
They're
We'll see.
winnable games. We've got City in December, which is our next big one, I think.
Let's see here.
Yeah, all winnable games.
Yeah. So are you expecting maximum points?
Partizan at home, obviously win. Brighton at home, got to beat them. Sheffield United away, it's going to be a hard game. That could be a crunch one. Even if we beat Brighton, if we end up losing to Sheffield United, that could be the end of Solskjaer.
And although taking nothing away from how good Sheffield United has
it's
done,
no
you
disrespect to
don't
Sheffield
want to
United.
lose to Sheffield United away. Just need to be winning. Then Fell at home and Spurs at home. You need to win those games at home.
Yeah.
I think out of that, you realistically should only be losing 1 game at most.
Yeah, I think you need 10 points out of that those 12.
Oh, 100%.
Because it is a case of, like, I think on paper, the only game that looks like a real difficult, like, big game is the Tottenham game. But by that point, I mean, how far down the table are you both going to be?
Or how far up are you both going to be?
Yeah, well, I just think if if we're not picking up points in this month, when are we going to pick up points?
Yeah.
And I think he's had enough time now. I know it's not long in the big picture, but how long does a football manager need? Like, you tagged me in something today, Ryan. What was it?
Oh, it was a very interesting stat. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, Jake, but Solskjaer has now lost as many games as Jurgen Klopp, and I think it was like 108 matches less, or something. It was over 100.
Is
which
that definitely correct?
It cannot be. I kind of looked at it and quickly tagged you in it, but
What, as in like in his whole career, or just at United? And at
it
Liverpool?
might be Cardiff as well. I think it might be Premier League games.
Wow.
I'll have another wee look.
It's Premier League games, yeah.
Anyway,
It might make more sense. But I
Even
just think,
still, over 100.
I just think if we had a manager like Guardiola or Klopp, you'd see progress by now. Like, you'd see some sort of style of play starting to be implemented.
Possibly.
And I think I've said is he has done good for the club, Solskjaer. He's sort of laid some
He
foundations.
steadied the ship a little
he
bit.
steadied the ship and laid some good foundations, really, if you think about it. He's got signed Brandon Williams, Scott McTominay, Axel Tuanzebe, James Garner. All of them have got new contracts. Rashford's got a new contract.
Yeah.
They're all signed to long-term deals, which is great. If Gomez and Chong sign new deals, I'd be buzzing. And he signed Wan-Bissaka and Daniel James, who are going to be there for a long time.
Maguire.
And Maguire's got a world-class centre-back. If someone can come in now, the foundation's there. He's got rid of Jones. He's not got rid of Jones, but he stops playing him regularly. Smalling's gone. Matic has been phased out. Who else has gone? Sanchez has been moved on. Lukaku's been moved on. He started to clear out the deadwood that's sort of been poisoning the club for a long time. And I think if someone can come in now, they've got a very good foundation to build something good on, if he does leave.
But going back to his previous stat, it is Premier League games, but lost the same amount at 104 matches less.
Wow.
But and then that's going to take into account his Cardiff games. But he was at Cardiff for less than half a season.
Yeah.
That's 19 games at most. And so one thing as well, Jurgen Klopp, whenever he first took over at Liverpool for the first season,
you weren't great.
We weren't great.
That's why I always keep in the back of my mind when I criticise Solskjaer. I think, you need time. Like Klopp was given time, and look what he's done there. But like, there's giving time, and then there's just being rubbish.
Because the thing is, I feel
how long
like
can you excuse that for?
the thing is, the difference between how we were when Klopp first came and how yous are, there seemed to be like progression. Like there did seem to be. Like,
that's what I mean.
As much as it wasn't like the finished article, every single year we seem to kind of get better, and we seem to,
A big thing I thought as well.
There was it always looked like it was going. It was like trending upwards.
I think a big thing was Liverpool fans had belief as well.
Yeah.
No matter how, like I remember losing in Klopp's first season 3-0 away to Watford. Had a shocker. Adam Bogdan was our keeper, but you always knew. No, you had belief. This team is going to. Do United fans have the belief in so?
But they don't, because he's unproven. That's why. It's just a hope more than a belief. There's a hope that he's going to turn it around because he's a club legend, and I don't know. But
And
with Klopp, you've seen he's proven himself in the past that he's a world-class manager, so you kind of trust that he knows what he's doing.
Just to round up the rest of the Premier League games, I think.
I felt Sheffield United.
United impressive again,
up to
obviously.
6 now. I feel like
Really, really
who
good.
would have thought that?
Telling you, they are such a. I think they are like the perfect kind of role models for any team that are coming up from the Championship.
Just to go for it, attack teams.
I was bigging up John Flack last week. He scored a game this weekend.
But you see, every time they go forward, they've got 3-4 players in the box. Midfielders are getting forward. It's just.
And then obviously you've got Newcastle. What's the result?
And it was Burnley they beat as well, who are a very good Premier League
Don't concede
team.
much. Sean Dyche would have been
3-0.
fuming. How you seen the interview of Sean Dyche? The Sky Sports interview. Like, you think Dyche, big, scary, serious manager, one of the most light-hearted interviews I've ever seen. Yeah. Fair play to Dyche.
I was going to say Newcastle.
Yeah. That was
3-2 win.
3-2.
Nearly fucked it up.
Sorry, could we just talk about the fact that this Alan St. Maximin missed like three one-on-ones?
He looks like another
Adama Traore.
He
looks.
But I think he brings more than Almiron. Almiron's done nothing within a year.
He can beat a man, can't he?
He's a dangerous player. I feel like if he was under the right manager, he'd be a
but
problem.
remember when Salah first joined Liverpool, from mounted chances he was missing when he first came.
He was one of them where I think he got that many, he was going to score.
Yeah.
Was it Joel Linton got his first goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he could start.
Oh wait, yeah. I think
No,
he
he's
did.
only scored one. He scored it at the start of the season.
Oh, was it
hasn't
one
he?
at the start?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
no, I
he
don't
just
think he
hasn't scored
scored. I
since.
think it was.
Oh,
two centre-backs,
Shelby and
yeah.
two centre backs.
Yeah, and then the two. Yeah. But,
Yeah, I think if Joelinton can find some goals, they could be a good team. Like Steve, we slagged off Steve Bruce before as being a bit of a one damage, bit of a boring,
A dinosaur.
non-progressive manager, but winning 3-2 away at West Ham, who by the way are so inconsistent. How many games do they just lose that they should win after a good start to the season? They're down to 13th.
For such a yo-yo, yeah.
It was so frustrating. To
You
be
never
West
know
Ham.
with West Ham.
Who else was?
Arsenal,
who was
Wolves.
missing?
Arsenal drop
yeah.
points to them again. I'm just looking at Wolves on the table. Fair. 1-2, lost 2, drew 7.
Wow.
They love a draw.
I honestly think that Europa League is really affecting them. Like, I think we all thought that at the start of the season that they were going to kind of drop off a little bit.
Yeah, but Wolves have the depth.
Not for the Europa League.
Out of their squad, when you look at other Premier League squads,
You
Wolves is one team which
I
they
don't.
can start a full 11 on the bench. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Can
I don't know
they
if it's
though?
just the travelling stuff though. Like a squad travels
Can
to.
have they got the squad though? Realistically, if like
if any Premier League club was to cope in Europe, I would say it would be Wolves because of how much depth they have.
I think they have as much depth as you're like thinking, you know.
Obviously not as good as quality, but players to bring in, like.
But then that's like any club, though, isn't it? It's like I don't see them having like depth. I feel like depth is something that you have. It's quality.
But
and
even
depth.
if players are going and not playing in Europe, still travelling
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
Kazakhstan in the midweek and then coming back and playing on a Sunday, Thursday to Sundays.
It shags the best of
Yeah.
teams.
But this has always been a bit of issue with me. I'm like, it's happened with West Ham, it happened with Burnley and all. Like, once these teams qualify for Europe, for managers kind of don't try as much in it and concentrate on the league.
What's the point in qualifying for it?
What's the point of qualifying in the first place?
It's all to do with the money. Like you think for a club like maybe not Wolves because they're minted anyway, but you know, likes of a Burnley, or you know like that teams of that ilk. Imagine the money that a competition like that brings them, and then like the actual like I feel like it becomes a case of the prize of just qualifying for that is worth kind of just sacrificing once you're in it.
I'm going to have to get in touch with a Wolves fan and ask him, what would you rather? Finish, well, not relegation, but finish 17th in the league and get to the quarterfinals of Europa League, or finish 8th in the league and get knocked out of Europa
I
League.
guarantee the fans have won a cup run,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
but
it's,
then it's not about the fans.
West Ham, I remember, they've qualified for the last 2 times they've qualified for Europe, they've got knocked out by the same Romanian club in the qualifying round.
Yeah.
How frustrating as a fan would that be?
Yeah.
How frustrating.
And then was there any other games we?
Yeah, it was just a bit. It was about right, wasn't it? The Arsenal draw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1-1.
Well,
Absolutely.
Brighton and Norwich.
Yeah, Brighton absolutely seen off Norwich. Norwich are looking a little. I'm worried for them.
I was talking about that other game this weekend, Leicester versus Arsenal. There's another. I'm well excited for this. Norwich versus Watford. 19th
Yeah.
versus 20th.
That's a big one already, isn't it?
Both dreadful form. One of them needs a win. It's a pure 6-pointer.
Well, you see, Norwich he started so well, and Pookie was banging him in, but it's just dried up.
Yeah,
hasn't
I took him out of my
it? I'm
fantasy
glad I
team.
never put him in. I knew it would happen. Yeah, but Brighton look good, don't they? They're up to where are they in the league now? They must be about 8th. Yeah, 8th Brighton.
Oh
Wow.
shit, I predicted them to go down.
That's what I mean. That Graham Potter, he knows what he's doing. They play some good football, attacking football. 2 goals against Norwich. Yeah. And what did we speak about Watford Chelsea? I don't think we did we?
No, not
No,
yet.
Pulisic on the score sheet again.
Maybe that opens the floodgates for him for his form.
I should never. He's a player I took out of my fantasy team.
Shocking.
Fuming.
Who got the first one for Chelsea?
Abraham again.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was
Oh,
the
who's your
Georgie.
pass?
The Georgie.
Oh my god, gorgeous.
Wow.
Pass of the season.
You wouldn't see him doing that under Sarri, would you? It's all sideways and backwards, wasn't it? That is an absolute
What
ball.
a pass.
A good finish by Abraham. And do you see the penalty that was given in that one?
The Delafeu one.
Yeah, it's one of them again where there's contact.
Oh no, that was a stonewall.
I don't think it was, you know, because there was contact and he takes another step and then goes down.
But it's one of them where it's like he's made the tackle. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but how's that different to the Mane one?
I honestly think there was more contact than the.
Because Mane's felt a touch and gone down. Delafeu felt a touch and went down.
With the Delafeu one, though, I think he was already on his way down anyway.
No, he wasn't. He took another step. He carried on running.
Yeah, but he was staggering down anyway.
He was carrying on running.
We'll agree to disagree.
Anyway.
Fuck off, right?
Champions League games for the week. Oh, Chelsea versus Ajax.
Yeah, I'll let you two lead that one. I have no say in the Champions League this season.
Well, we'll be in Amsterdam for the Chelsea Ajax match. We'll go to a bar, and I'm just after realising it's on the same time as the Liverpool match.
I'll have to find
Which
a
is
multi-screen bar.
this is very upsetting.
Do you think anywhere over there will show the Liverpool game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same as like for our bars in Liverpool.
Fucking hope so.
Prioritise in Ajax, we'll prioritise the Ajax match, but you get the odd
I feel
small
like
screen in the corner with Liverpool.
I feel like
playing.
that Liverpool game though is just going to be a case of it's going to be the same way that it's been the last couple of weeks with the cup, where we'll see the likes of Chamberlain, we'll see Keita, probably see Origi.
It's a perfect game for Gomez to come back, I think.
I think we should see Gomez, but whether we do or not, I mean, to
He
be
will,
honest,
he will.
do you know what? I'd love to see one of the young lads again.
I'd love to see Harvey Elliott.
Literally, Harvey Elliott. He looks like a proper little player. Him, like.
Do you think he will play youngsters in this?
No,
I think it'll be
not
a
in
case
the
of
Europa
Ox,
League.
Keita, Origi, like you said. But
I think you'll see at least 2 of the front 3 start.
Do you have any sort of fear of Genk at all?
No.
Who was the lad that scored for them but had one disallowed in the first?
the captain,
The captain, he looks like a good
Samata
Not-
or something.
Samata, yes.
Yeah, Samata. Not at home.
No, I can't see him getting anything.
No, like, I
They
think
did cause you a few problems.
it
though,
causes
didn't
a few problems on the break, but I think at home, like, we'll just pen them in. I think they'll be kind of too taken aback by the atmosphere.
Have to keep one eye on the Napoli Red Bull match as well.
We will do.
What do you
yeah,
need
'cause
from that? Do you want
more than
I don't
anything.
care about coming first and all. Honestly, I just want to get through, so I want to see Napoli.
I don't think coming first in the Champions League really
It means
guarantees
fuck all now.
because teams come second and first and
Yeah,
I
sure,
think
we
did
whenever
come
we
through
want
second?
it.
Obviously, it
Yeah,
comes
we came through second.
Yeah, we came for second last year,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. Just get through and then worry about it after.
Like Real Madrid could quite easily come second in their group.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Real Madrid
literally.
in the round of 16.
But then obviously the other big games for this week. I mean, Chelsea Ajax, like we mentioned.
Dortmund versus Inter, that's a good game.
Dortmund Inter would be a bit of a hipster game as well. I mean, Bayern Munich without a manager.
Yeah, Nick
Should
Kovac
get
got
the
sacked,
points.
didn't he?
Frankfurt.
Who do you think
will
will take over at Bayern?
Mourinho's
Mourinho's
tips.
supposed to be.
Really?
Yeah. Not sure.
Although, I mean, I swear I read somewhere that he was having talks at Arsenal as well. So
I've
it's
seen
like,
that.
where do you think would be a better fit for him?
He wants. Did he not say a while ago he wants to come back to the Premier
Yeah, I
League?
thought he said he wanted to be back in the Premier League.
And Bayern is just.
I honestly feel like him at
I think
Arsenal.
Bayern's just a bit boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just win the Champions League. That's their target. For league's a given,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And that's just the standard that they've set. That they.
Did you see though that I mean, obviously less related to the Champions League, but more the Bundesliga. Lewandowski scored in his last 10 games.
Yeah. Even scored it for weekend when we lost 5-1.
Ridiculous.
Brilliant
But
goal as
They've,
well.
they've lost 3
Ridiculous.
games in the league and they're 4th and they sacked the manager. They're, what,
Bayern are 4th.
I think they're 5 points off the top or something. They've sacked the manager.
It's ruthless though at that level.
Yeah.
It's like
Minimum expectation
yeah.
is win the league and anything else is
like bonus really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fourth.
4th.
Yeah, 4 points off the top. Sacked him. Ruthless.
But to be fair, this isn't even like a
Lost 2 games in the league and they've won every single game in the Champions League.
Do you know what though? That wasn't even like a Frankfurt team that was anywhere near what it was last season, where they had the likes of Rebic, Jovic,
Haller.
You know, like that team got dismantled last year, and it's like I think was it Kostic scored 1 or 2,
Yeah.
but you know like that weren't a great.
Did somebody else score for weekend for Frankfurt? A familiar name, or have I just made that up in
I
my
was going
head?
to say there was definitely someone else because no one scored 5. So,
But someone we know, someone familiar.
but no idea. But
Yeah,
Anyway.
they had Jerome Boateng sent off early on. I don't think that. I feel like they've got a bit of a centre back crisis. I think Nicolas Sula, is it? He's injured.
I think I'm sure that might have went to VAR. You know.
The only other thing about VAR that I didn't mention that some people are wanting is the for the refs to go and look at the screen. I just don't think that helps. Like, it's going to be just as slow in it if the refs are having to jog over to the thing.
I don't even think it's the speed of it at the minute that's the problem.
No.
It's to do with the
But
fact that it's not even getting decisions right.
Is the ref the only person in the world that can make a sensible decision?
I
Why
think
can't the guy in the box just make a simple?
I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. I honestly think that the refs on the pitch should play such a non-factor in the game. If you got this use of VAR, you should be able to ref the game from whatever box you're watching it on, and then the ref should make like all the small decisions. Like any big decision, the ref should have no say in it because he can't see it.
I'm literally
It's
just
pathetic.
after thinking, at the start of the season when VAR came in, the main reason people didn't want it was slowing down the game. And now, 3 months into the season, this is far from the biggest issue. Slowing down the game,
literally.
which is just
It
mental.
doesn't work.
I think, see next week, no matter what happens, we're not going to discuss VAR in the podcast. We'll have a happy podcast, unless, of course, City get a last minute winner due to a VAR.
you just
They
know
will
this.
whinge.
No, you just know that VAR is going to mar that game between us and City. You just know it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen.
I would love a maybe not, a 4-3 Liverpool, full of offside goals. With no VAR, full of offside goals count. Love it. Bring me back. Bring me back to simpler times.
I feel like, do you think if they did get rid of VAR now and you're seeing a goal that was slightly offside, would you be less angry now?
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
You'd be like,
oh, yeah.
You'd think, the refs should have got on. Actually, imagine having VAR.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
literally. Oh, man.
Grandkids, we'll see whenever we're older, we're going to show VAR to our grandkids.
Oh,
Like, look what we have to
piss
deal with.
Just think, like, what the fuck were you playing at back then?
Tottenham are away at Savina Zavida on Wednesday.
Who?
Red Star.
It's Red Star.
Hey,
That's a
oh,
tough
Joe,
game.
what?
Away at Red
What?
Star.
Oh.
I feel like they're not in the right sort of state of mind.
Nah, I
to go
honestly
there.
think Red Star could do exactly what they did to us a couple of years ago, and they could get a result there.
They'll be rattled. Tottenham.
Like,
aren't they?
Tottenham in general have not got a good mentality as a football club going into that game. Wow.
And
All the
City-
best, boys.
City are going to win it.
City away at Atlanta. That's
Boring. Next.
Well,
Aussie.
do you know what the worst thing is about that, though? They'll just be able to rest players.
Yeah. But so can we, in hindsight.
I hope so.
Because if we had a choice when
Yeah.
those groups came out, we would want Genk at home at this particular time.
And then, obviously, you've got the Champions League's little brother, lesser known little brother, like, you know. Who have you
Nobody
got
actually
in the,
likes or wants to hang about with.
Yeah. Like, who have you got in the Mickey Mouse
Partisan, I believe.
league?
Yeah, Partizan
Have you ever side of Belgrade?
at home. Yeah, Partizan at home.
Does he play the kids again?
He should do, but
Yeah.
I wanted to start Greenwood. He's not done it for a while, and it's pissing me off a bit. Like, he came on against Bournemouth and hit the post, and he only had 10 minutes there. He's getting 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. He needs a full game again. Like, he started getting them, and he scored goals. So why can't he?
He
start
does,
again?
but I think you should just be at least happy that he's in and around the first team.
Yeah, I know. I am.
Like,
He is young.
he is only what, 17?
Yeah, but if you're good enough, you're old enough, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are, but it's I always fear for young players like that. It's like it's my fear for Mbappe in a way that I feel like he may burn out.
I don't know.
So
Mbappe is
soon.
top class.
But look at Rooney.
Yeah.
Rooney was playing since he was 16. He burnt out by the time he was like 28.
Yeah.
Especially someone like him. Well, I mean, I don't think Greenwood's
Yeah,
like a
but
pace player.
as
But
an 18-year-old, I was one game every other Thursday, 90 minutes every other Thursday. That's not burning you out.
no, oh no, I don't. It's more the case that, like, you look at the way you have done Rashford.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Think of Trent,
I
for
think
example. Trent's
Rashford's
playing all the time.
getting too much criticism. Does my head in.
I honestly think Rashford needs a break.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Olly
I
said
do.
himself he needs a break.
I really.
Have you seen him? He comes off every game injured. He ain't right, but he's getting forced to play. Like, you properly are treating him like he's gonna end up like Michael Owen,
No, I think
because he's a proper.
like these sort like something in Europa League. I'd rather him. That's the games he should rest. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
he can play every week in the league.
Yeah.
He's got 5 goals and 3 assists this season. That surprised me when I seen that. I thought that was wrong. I was
What,
writing
why?
an article the other day about Rashford. He scored 5 goals and 3 assists, and as a winger. If you think of him as a winger, that is good.
I
He
just
scored
think
just as much as
imagine him
Salah.
at a team where he was actually coming in.
He has
and
many
he was,
goals as Salah.
Salah's not had the best start of the season though.
Until this weekend, it was the same amount as goal as Mane as well.
You know, there
What I
you go.
would say though, like it's more a case of like, imagine him at any of the other top 16s. Do you really think he'd start? It's like the same kind of thing with Dan James, where you shouldn't be pinning all your hopes on a 21-year-old like that.
He'd start it.
But I see
Start at Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree with
He'd
you.
start- He'd start at Tottenham.
Would he start at Arsenal? Really?
Yeah.
Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, Ozil don't get a game.
I agree with you. Good enough,
I'd-
old enough.
I don't even think it's Tottenham either.
Think of Trent at Liverpool. He's our best right back, so we throw him in, and he does.
He is,
something
but
worse.
then he also, I think he's been managed very well. 'Cause
Yeah.
When he first came in, he wasn't like
every
the
chance
rusting-
Klopp has to rest him,
Yeah,
he
exactly.
uses to be
He's
fair.
managed right. I think as well, like, it's not like all our hopes aren't pinned on him.
See with Europa League, folk, I don't get excited when I see the big clubs in it from England. Like, say United, I'm like, meh, Arsenal, meh. But see Wolves, like,
Yeah, I know.
and Lazio versus Celtic, Rangers versus Porto.
Rangers
Love
versus
it.
Porto.
Rangers
Oh.
versus Porto will be an absolute match.
Where are Rangers in there?
Yeah,
They're
will be a
doing
match,
alright,
right?
aren't they?
What did we do last week? Drive
They've
4
won and
points.
draw, I feel like.
Yeah, we got a draw away to Porto. And Celtic, to be fair to them, beat Lazio. Scottish football is back on the up.
Yeah, it's Rangers the second in their group. That's a massive game against Porto.
What a game, though. Honestly, and what's Celtic? I think Celtic are in qualifying position as well.
Celtic are top.
Fair play. And this weekend as well, I'm quite a big follower of Scottish football, so I'm just going to add this in. Celtic and Rangers have set up a cup final. First cup final. First Old Firm cup final in a number of years.
Really?
Yeah.
In what?
Betfred Cup. I think it's the Scottish League Cup.
They play
okay.
early, don't they?
Yeah. But yeah, first one in years where we've got the
That'd be a
final,
big
so
game.
that'll be a nice one. And we're joined neck and neck at the top of the league at the moment.
Yeah.
Stevie's got him playing some belt stuff at Rangers.
Arsenal, who are Arsenal playing?
Can't see them.
I can't see him. Oh, Vittoria away.
Oh Christ.
They're doing really. They're doing what United should do in the Europa League. They're playing all the youngsters,
Yeah.
and it's working for them. They've won 3 games. They've played get 3 games and won 3, and that's what United could do.
Mm.
That's what's frustrating when you see someone like bloody Arsenal doing it. And they've got a harder group than us. So where are Wolves in their group? They're second, and they are. Who are they playing?
Slovan Bratislava.
Seeing as we're on the top,
Away.
seeing
home,
as
so
we're on
it's fine,
the topic of European football, did we see the Balotelli incident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great. How
Shite, innit?
Yeah.
I seen footage from the stands this morning.
Yeah,
Was it
I've
bad?
seen that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Bad, like.
It's frustrating that the other players didn't stick with him. And
They were all
work
out, like
off
all
of
the
him.
other players were having a go at him at
He
first,
needs
weren't
to
they?
Stay on.
When in that footage, I know you haven't seen it, so I'll just describe it. Whenever Balotelli kicks the ball out, they all celebrate.
Oh really?
Yeah, they celebrate getting a raise out of him.
Fucking nasty, man.
And the was it Kievo? Is that who they're playing?
It was one of the Verona teams. Might have been Hellas Verona.
Yeah, whoever their manager and chairman said they couldn't hear anything and sort of defended
Of course they did though.
it.
Like,
And
it's
it's just so frustrating that there's people in power that are blatantly racist and defending it. Because it's just the fans are just gonna laugh it off, aren't they? And the things like the Bulgaria fine and one game behind
Yeah.
closed doors, it's just not helping. There's just something really sort of corrupt about it, really. Which is a bit
I honestly
fucked.
think a lot of it, they're scared to do anything because it's clearly such a big issue. I feel like they're kind of half-heartedly taking a stance on it at the minute. They think they just really need to crack down. It's the fact that I mean, you think the last 3 weeks? I feel like racism and VAR have been the same, like reoccurring problems that we talked about.
Yeah, it's frustrating that they just keep coming up.
It's mad, isn't it?
And it's just the people in power in football just seem to just not have a grip of it, not have a grip of reality. And yeah. Anyway, a bit more of a light-hearted one since we're talking about VAR. Did you see the Monaco right back boot the VAR screen?
He is a mood.
Yeah, that sums up everyone in
I was
football.
gonna, yeah,
I think.
literally.
I think that he got sent off, didn't he? As he's walking off down the tunnel.
Good on him. Good
He's
on him.
booted the screen at the edge of the pitch.
I don't advocate violence, but good on him.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's done what we were all thinking.
I didn't see the red card. You never know; it might have been a blatant red card. But
But I don't care. Like
Yeah.
he's literally he's doing exactly what we all want to do. So good on him.
And I felt we didn't speak about it last week. I'm not sure if it was this week. The Richard Keogh sacking. What do you make of that?
Completely justified.
Yeah.
What a tit.
But
Do you think it is? I think it's harsh. For
It's
simply
harsh.
simply because of the other two got let off. I think it is just a case of Keogh. Like, has his career done. By the time
his
he
agent has said he will play again.
You
But
think
who's
so?
gonna sign
Yeah,
him?
who's going to... He'll be, what age? 34, 45
Yeah.
whenever he makes a full recovery?
I think he deserves it though.
But
Like I
he
think
wasn't one driving.
but he's I
He was
think
club captain, which, yeah, I do get. But I think it's a case of they've only sacked him because
He's the
of
captain.
no, not even because of injury.
I think it was the other way about, and if it was like what player Tom Lawrence maybe.
I think all three. Was it three of them that were involved?
Mason Bennett and Tom Lawrence.
I think all three of them should have got sacked.
Yeah, that's
personally.
what I mean.
I think it's bad that they've just sort of let that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, do you remember when Wayne Rooney got done for drink driving? Was that when he was at Everton or United? I feel like he was still at United. Would United sack him?
They wouldn't, but I think he should be.
Because he didn't crash or anything, did he?
It's not just that. I think it's more. Well, I mean,
I know that doesn't make it right, but
wasn't
is it because they crashed?
Wasn't Keogh the only one that got injured?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why he's got sacked.
I think it's stupidity, really, isn't it? It's like, I reckon there's probably something to do in that clause where it's like, if you, like, you know, in his contract, there must be something to do. You know, if you get injured doing something stupid, then you're probably liable to get sacked.
Well, I saw somewhere that he refused to take a pay cut after it, and that's why he got sacked.
Well,
but you don't know.
Which would make more sense because Derby won't want to pay for his full wages. If that's true, then I would look at it completely different because fair enough in Derby, if you don't want to pay full wages
for a guy who's injured himself.
But in general,
stupidly.
Do you think if a footballer gets done drink driving, do you think they should get sacked?
Maybe not. Well, it depends to what level. Obviously, like if I think this situation, I think he's deserved.
But what do you mean to what level? Does that make a difference? If you drink drive, you drink drive.
No, I'm saying the fact that he's got himself injured.
So you think you only get sacked if you get injured? What if you injure someone else? You kill someone else?
I feel like you'd be locked up if that's the case. So I don't think you'd have much of a say.
I know what you mean, Ollie. I think it has to be a case of one rule for everything.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a case that it's like.
But if you like bruise your knee and you're out for a week.
But would you get, like, in your job, would you get sacked if you're drink driving?
That was the other question. I think
you'd get. I think what should happen is there should be a big thing of sending them on a driver's awareness course more than anything.
Yeah.
Because it's like they should be seen as role models at the end of the day, and it's like if they could be seen to be reforming and kind of like coming out and being sorrowful.
Well, what do you think should have happened? I personally think all three should have been sacked.
I think for that situation, I think the fact he's got himself injured, and
because it's all three of them together representing Derby, and they've gone and done that.
There's one thing I don't get. It says the other two was drink driving, but was it not just one car, which would mean one of them was drink driving?
I don't know if there was two cars, you know.
It's a weird situation.
They crash into each other.
Do you know what though? It's a weird situation because it's like you got to think of these footballers like they're almost like assets to their club, aren't they? And you mentioned Wayne Rooney then.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, I think the reason he wouldn't have got sacked is to do with his value to that football club, and it sounds really horrible, but it's like you think if he's what, like at that point he would have been what, £60-70 million asset to that football club.
Yeah.
You know, massive brand deals, massive like Nike athlete. There's no way they were going to ever sack him because he brings them too much money.
I know, but you just
that's the reason. That's the reason.
Someone like
it is, yeah.
Richie Keogh will get sacked, but then Wayne Rooney won't. Just
I completely agree with you, but I think that's just the reason behind it. Because I feel like I think lower down as well, it's more kind of about like they won't be. He's not worth anything to them.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing because it says two of the Derby players were charged with drink driving, Mason Bennett and Tom Lawrence, but then it says Richie Keogh was understood to have been a passenger and Tom Lawrence's Range Rover. So I don't know how Mason Bennett got charged with it as well. Anyway.
I mean, the way I see it, it might be harsh, but it's their own fault.
Yeah.
Shit like that is they've got no one else really to blame, so it's like I ain't gonna feel sorry for him.
Yeah. The other one we was going to talk about was the Cardiff City are facing no transfer ban after the fee dispute over.
They haven't faced a transfer ban.
What?
They haven't faced a transfer ban.
No, they have.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, it's come out literally 3 hours ago.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him for happening. Like
it will only happen if they don't pay Nance back.
It's the thing that pisses me off about this whole situation, right? When it first came out that he'd obviously passed away on, like the plane crashed and the whole drama of that, the way they came out was as if they'd lost. You know, they came out so kind of like, oh, we're with Salah, we're standing by Salah, blah 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 blah. But then as soon as it came to the nitty gritty, like the whole like palaver of him dying had passed over after maybe 3-4 weeks later. That was when the whole discrepancy over paying the fee came out, and it's kind of like, well, if you're gonna make that stance of, oh, we're with Salah, we're a really heartwarming club, at least follow it through.
Just pay it. Like,
do you know what I mean?
It's a 1 in a billion chance of something like that happening. You just pay it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
just say,
literally.
Like.
Because the thing is, as well, it's like if they hadn't made such a big deal over it, I'd be a bit more like, oh right, okay, well, yeah, I could kind of understand. and it wouldn't make them look as stupid as they are. But
Yeah. So right now, if you're Cardiff,
yeah, I think they look horrendous right now.
they've got to pay 5.3 million or face a free window transfer ban. You just pay 5.3 million.
Yeah.
Literally.
So they'd be stupid not to.
It's not even, I mean, I'm not being funny. I know it's for them 5.3 million will be like it would be a signing probably. Like it'd be a big signing for them. But at the same time, like the amount of bad press they're getting over it, and the amount of problems, it's like
someone's just made a really bad call, and they sort of stuck by a stupid decision.
really have. But
Anyway,
baffling.
was there any other football news you want to talk about? I feel that's probably about it, isn't it?
That's all I can think of.
Nothing else
But
light-hearted to have happened.
I think on to this week's predictions, really, innit?
Right? Do we should have a look at last week's? Right.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Took a wee look.
I didn't put a tweet out last week, so I'll get one out tonight, detailing the current scores in the quiz and current scores in the predictions.
Well, the quiz now stands at Jake 1, Augie still yet to win a quiz, and I'm now on 3. But I'm host next week.
Sorry, can we just come back to Ollie not winning the quiz? Because I feel like we need to dwell on this.
Well, with answers like Fernando
Yeah,
Torres,
literally.
are you fucking surprised he hasn't won?
Well, I'm learning.
First answer as well.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Chance for you to get something next week. And predictions, none of us got any perfect scores.
None of us.
None of us. But
Okay.
Jake, you actually got the most
Hey.
correct scores, as in like
Hold
wins. You got 4 for 5 games, right?
Seriously?
Yeah.
God. Which one did I get wrong?
You predicted Arsenal to beat Wolves.
Yeah, okay.
And Ollie, you only got 1. And it was City to win.
One
so
correct score.
Yeah. You're just shit, mate.
Oh yeah, I backed Norwich to win.
And I got 3 draws.
Hey, winner.
So the scores overall now is Augie 8, I'm on 10, and Jake, you're on 9.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
very tight.
Bit of a comeback, I swear. I was really far down.
So I'm now
like.
bottom of both.
Yeah, and I'm out. It's the same all the way through.
I need a big week this week then.
Yeah.
Okay, so what games have
I
you got
am,
for us?
I'm looking forward to this week's fixtures.
What games have you got for us to predict?
Well, I think probably for the least attractive one in the predictions list, but Burnley versus West Ham.
Burnley are at home, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm going to go straight out for 0-0.
Yeah.
I like having a 0-0 every week, and I feel like just
I think 2-0 Burnley.
Really?
Yeah.
You think West Ham are on the slide?
Nah, I just think like they're so inconsistent. I know they lost this
you
week, but I
just
feel
never
it's like
fucking know with us. I could be 5-4 for all I know.
It's so hard.
I think Burnley at home as well is quite a hard game.
West Ham is such a hard team to predict.
Honestly, I think Wood and Barnes will get like.
Thinking about it, Sean Dyche won't have been happy with last
Yeah.
week, so he'd be like, if he's conceded, you're all getting shot in the face.
I'm going 2-1 West Ham.
Oh, right. Oh, I love to see it. We all predicted something different. Win, draw, loss. Love it. Next game.
I just think West Ham is so inconsistent, they'll just bounce back and win.
I think I wrote this down wrong. Just double check if Norwich are playing Watford, because I wrote down Norwich versus Everton, which I feel is a mistake.
On the Sunday?
Must be. Monday?
Monday night football? Yeah? Was it Friday? Oh, no,
Friday night football. Oh, you love to see it. Back from Amsterdam, straight on the tally.
Norwich-Watford.
Norwich Watford, 19 versus 20.
Watford.
That's a good one set up for a Friday night game, isn't
I
it?
fucking love it. What are we saying?
Norwich Watford. I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2.
Pookie's
This
gonna
is
bounce
another
back.
really hard one to
Wait,
predict,
is
isn't it?
Pookie injured or is he still playing?
He's just shite now, I think.
Hey, he'll bounce back. He'll get 2.
I think Watford will finally get for first win. 2-1
Nah.
Watford.
No, we said this last week, right?
I'm going 2-0 Watford.
We're going to win eventually.
I think Norwich are on the slide and they're just going to have a really bad few weeks.
It's no exciting like Norwich.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah.
their confidence is going to be shot from getting battered by Sheffield United.
And this,
Or do they bounce back from getting battered by Sheffield
No,
United?
no,
But
they're
another
empty.
great game. I'm so excited for this weekend.
It's all about big man.
Spurs
It's all
versus
about big
Sheffield
man like
United.
Cantwell.
These are all really hard games to predict
Yeah.
as well.
Go on, who's next?
Spurs versus Sheffield United. What a game!
I'm honestly gonna go out there and say 2-1 Sheffield United.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Spurs have got midweek game, haven't they?
It's away at Red Star midweek.
Yeah, I really think, and they're gonna have to go strong in that. I think Sheffield United are gonna.
I think
get a
Spurs
result
will
there.
just about do it 2-1. God, I'm excited.
I'm going 2-all.
2-1.
I just feel like it's got goals in it.
Oh, we've all predicted something. No, we haven't actually, but never mind. But and then Leicester versus Arsenal.
Leicester Arsenal. I'm gonna go. This will have goals in it. 3-2. Is it Leicester at home?
Yeah,
3-2 Leicester.
I'm going 3-1 Leicester.
I'm going 1-all.
And I save a big one for all big games, to be fair, but the biggest one. Liverpool versus City.
I've got to back my boys, and I 3-0 Liverpool. Got to do
3-0
it.
Liverpool.
Got to do it.
No chance.
Got to do it.
I'll back for boys.
Because you know why? If I don't believe it myself, then what's the point?
I'll back for boys. Well, not as emphatic, but 2-1.
I mean 2-1 City.
Of course you are.
would.
When was the last time they got a result at Anfield?
Have they not got one?
They got 0-0 last year.
Yeah, they struggle so badly at Anfield.
Right, Rogue goal scores.
Oh yeah.
Rogue goal
Go on.
scorers. I'm gonna say
We got none last week.
Divock Origi comes on and scores for Liverpool.
Is that Rogue? We'll give it to you.
Well, he won't start, so probably it's kind of
Yeah,
Rogue.
fair enough. Right, yeah. Actually, I actually quite like that. I'm sorry, I'll take that back.
Who did you say?
Origi.
Because he won't start, so
Yeah.
I'll go for John Flack again.
Oh my
Big
god.
Flack.
I was going to go for a Sheffield United player, but I'm going to go with Billy Sharp.
Oh my god.
I think he's going to come off the bench and score a 90th minute equaliser.
Oh, imagine.
Just going to check he is fit. I'm pretty sure he is. I feel a bit bad for him because he sort of fired him to promotion.
He
last
came
week.
on, yeah, he came on
He
last
just
week.
doesn't really start, does he? He just comes on for the last 10 minutes. Not a bad player to come on for the end, though, is it?
Just a bit of a cult era, isn't he?
Yeah. Do you want to talk a bit about the Man City game? Because you were going to say something about it earlier, weren't you, Jake?
I mean,
It's such a big game. Biggest game in Premier League in fucking, I don't know how long. Since the last Liverpool City match. What a game.
Will you panic if you lose this game, then?
Yeah.
no.
No? Oh, different answers.
What's the point in panicking? We play them twice a year. If I don't see us getting beat. It's like I'd be a bit more apprehensive if we were away at the Etihad. We don't lose at Anfield, especially
No, but
not City.
if you did lose,
But we don't.
you don't. Yeah, but
You
Would
don't
you
understand how confident
would you
I am.
panic?
I don't think I'd panic. I'd be a little bit. I'd be
The gap
annoyed.
would still be 3 points, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
But I honestly say, for the fact Liverpool hasn't lost at Anfield in so long, I don't know.
Do you think that would be
I
a
thi-
confidence wobbler? to
Yeah,
lose?
I honestly do. I don't think it will happen. I think it's not even a case of must win. I think it's a must not lose.
Yeah.
For both teams.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah,
happy.
it is.
You'd be happy to keep it.
If
keep
it
the
was,
gap at-
if it finished
a fair
1-1,
game.
I wouldn't be unhappy.
So say the game's 0-0, would you want Klopp to go all out to try and win that game, or just keep it 0-0?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, it's such a tough one. Would you take a 0-0 right now?
Yeah,
Would you?
I'd take a 0-0 because I wouldn't be unhappy with it. But
I don't know.
I feel like I'd
But imagine if you win that, you go 9 points
Yeah.
clear.
like I said, I think we'll put them.
Imagine
Put
if
some past them.
you
Do you
beat
think
City,
haven't they got a bit of a crisis on there at the minute? Like, so is Laporte
I
back?
think Laporte's back for it. Yeah.
If Laporte's
Correct.
back, I'm a little bit annoyed, but they still
I think
got to
it'll be
play.
Laporte and Stones. I think.
Was Laporte on the bench this weekend?
I'll have a look.
I'll have a look.
But if you beat City and Leicester beat Arsenal, Leicester will now be closer. Would
Really?
then be closer to you, yeah.
Wow.
Please don't be back.
I'm pretty sure he is. He wasn't on the bench.
Look, just type him into Google Fire real quick, will you?
I remember speaking to Jess, my family, about, and she's pretty confident he's back.
I shouldn't hope injury. I shouldn't wish injury on anyone, but I am kind of hoping for.
Yeah, just for one game.
I'm just hoping on a few knocks getting picked up in the midweek game.
Not
for
even
City.
knocks. Get the flu. Just get the flu for
I'm
one
talking
game.
like like someone feels the hamstring a little bit, comes off as a precaution, can't start, like that kind of shit.
Someone leave Ovid on at home.
Yeah.
Have to miss the game. Go
Leave
home
the
for
oven
it
on.
off. That's all I ask for.
I don't know. Maybe Aguero thinks he's having a bad day and has to go over and change. I don't know. Just anything. But no, I'm confident. I don't think the only game I've been slightly apprehensive about this season's been United, but that's
Rodri won't be back for it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it just means Fernandinho will start.
Yeah, I don't think that's the biggest miss.
Which
I'd
honestly rather have Rodri.
Oh no,
start.
Laporte's not going to be back.
Good.
2020.
When was this
Wow,
article out for?
pretty recently. 1st November, 3 days ago.
Oh shit!
I really thought he was coming back.
So who does that mean starting? Then it'll be what? Otamendi and is Otamendi fit?
Yeah.
So Otamendi and Stones.
Stones.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
If there's any partnership that's got a mistake in
And
them.
David Silva's a doubt, isn't he?
Angelino at left back as well. Oh,
Angelino's a good player.
yeah, but he's not got a lot of Premier League experience.
Well,
has he?
let's just hope Liverpool pick up no injuries from Nigel Vaughan.
And Fabinho's Fabinho didn't get a booking either, so because he didn't start. So it's all looking good.
Will you?
Unless he does what he did against City and plays Fernandinho and Stones at the
I
back.
will just about catch it. I finish work at 4:30, so I'll be able to catch maybe just after the 10-minute mark, hopefully.
I'd quite like him to do that if I were a City fan. I'd rather have Fernandinho and Stones at the back.
With Gundogan as
Gundogan as the holding midfielder. Because he's been class, Gundogan.
I would love them to do that as well because I think it'd be even better for us. Because Gundogan ain't that great defensively.
You say that, I don't know, he's one of them that surprises you how good he is. Oh, it's just such a big game, isn't it?
I'm excited. Anyway, I think we need to start wrapping up now.
Yeah,
don't we?
well, this time next week there's going to be some tears or some...
Oh.
Tears of joy
tears
or
from
tears?
someone, probably me.
I think it's just going to be tears all around, either joy or sadness.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Or you've slapped City 4-0 and 9 points clear at the top. Or 8
Literally.
points because Leicester are second and your nearest challenges.
Oh, yeah.
But as for this game, I think in 10 years' time we'll be watching it on Premier League Classics.
Nah, I don't.
Piss off.
I feel like it's not going to be a classic.
I think it's, yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway,
I think that's all.
thanks for listening. If you follow us on Twitter for any updates, we'll get the prediction scores and the quiz scores out, and maybe keep you updated with our trip to Amsterdam. Maybe get a few pictures on of the
For boys.
Johan Cruyff Arena.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. And
check out Mercy Sport Live as well.
Yeah, check out
unofficial plug.
and we'll see you this time next week. Thanks for listening.
All right, bye.
Bye.